Welcome to the freshest podcast of 2019. So fresh that Febreze uses us.
What the?
Welcome to the freshest podcast of 2019. So fresh that Febreze uses us. He's Steve, he's Briton, and I am too. Fuck.
Let's get started.
Yeah. Welcome to the freshest podcast of 2019. So fresh. Fuck. Welcome to the freshest podcast of 2019. So fresh that Febreze uses us. He's Steve, he's Brit, and I am too. Welcome to the 2BritsandaSteveshow. Let's get it.
Let's get started.
Get started. We are going to talk about acting today. There's three of us are actors.
Yep.
We all went to Vancouver Film School. Two of you finished. Have you been to any auditions lately? What's new?
Why are you laughing? Nah, nigga, I'm a speaker. You go ahead.
What do you mean?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, that was the summer, so I didn't get any audition because I wasn't even in Canada.
Oh, so you started back then?
Yeah, but like, what do you mean?
You said recently.
That's
you
recent to me.
Yo, this nigga tried to disrespect me like that. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Alright, so like, yeah, I came back, and for a month, I didn't have anything because they didn't know that I was back somehow, even though I told them.
Yeah, they were like, "Are you back yet?" He's like, "Yeah." They're like, "Okay."
Yeah, and like nearly 2 days after that, I got like an audition, and the day after that, I got another audition. And the first audition, I really fucked up. I wasn't ready. Like 2 months of like non-acting and everything. And yeah, the next audition was like a voice-over thing. I can say that, a voice-over thing. And yeah.
Why can't you say it?
I can't say what it is. But
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
can't.
you know
I
the
can't talk
NDA
about it.
stuff.
No.
So basically, NDA means non-disclosure agreement. When you go for an audition, when you get casted in anything, like, you're technically not allowed to like say what it is. You know, like I can't be like, "Yo, I just got auditioned for this character on season this."
I mean, once they
this show.
released it.
Yeah, when they release it, of course, because you know it's out. But like when you're going for the auditions, if you get casted in something, you can't just be like, "Yeah, so I got the audition for Captain Marvel, bitch."
Yeah.
Like, and then someone's gonna be like, and then the minute they hear that, you can get sued by these
yeah.
companies if you say anything, because you know how they secretive, like they don't want you to like let everybody know. So
Like, yeah, and the second audition, so I booked it, and it's in November. So yeah, they literally sent me something like, you can't talk about this, like, I have to sign the contract and everything, so yeah.
So you're talking about your agencies. Who are you with?
Me, the West Coast Talent Agency.
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm with the characters talent agency, or I think management. I don't.
Yeah, I think it's management too.
Because the minute I said it, I was like, okay, it could be an agency or management, but I know they rep me, you know.
Yeah.
My agent's lit, you know. That's all I know.
So do you think they've lived up to their end of the bargain, and do they think that you have lived up to your end of the agreement?
I hope they think that I've lived up to my end of the bargain. Like, you know, if they don't, then I guess I might have to look. Yo. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd say.
I went all serious on you there. You have to think of a professional response. Actually, I'd like to publicly commend Characters Agency right here, and just thank them again for.
So they don't leave you.
I haven't got any auditions yet, but Characters.
I mean, you got an audition, right? We
Oh, yeah,
practiced
I mean, like, okay, so if we're going back to the first question, I've had, like, what is it, 5 auditions or 4 auditions
Yeah.
since I've been signed. I got signed in March. I
Yeah.
think it was like a week or 2 before my birthday that I got signed. And then, first audition was a major audition. It was for some Netflix movie. I could say that. I can't say specifically what it is, but it was for a Netflix movie. And I didn't get the role because, you know, I guess I just didn't, there's something wrong. Like, I didn't fit the role, or somebody else got it.
Keep going.
Okay.
Did you get the part?
No.
So why you're not telling them?
I wish.
Yeah.
That was a big thing, dude.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was pretty big. Like my first audition, I looked at it and I was like, I was freaking out. Like I texted my mom, like, Mama, look, I got an audition for this Netflix movie, and she was like, wow. Like my mom didn't even like gas me up. I was like, okay, but I mean it was on text anyway, so like, but yeah, but then I've been auditioning for a few things, and like honestly, everything that I've auditioned for are good stuff. Like there's nothing that my agent has got me that's not at the level that I'd want it to be, you know, like every single thing that I've auditioned for, he's done his thing, and like the whole team, you know, his assistants and the whole like characters, people who've been working for me, you know, they doing their thing, and I like that. You know?
What do you expect from an agency?
Personally, I think an agency is supposed to be the one to like go out and try to make something of you, you know? Like, it's like a teamwork, right? Like, you got to make something of yourself, but at the same time, I feel like an agency is also supposed to be like a driving force behind that, you know? With that, like, you know, you can technically make it, like you can technically do stuff without an agent, but, like, the work that they do into helping your career go forward, it's very crucial, I think, in an actor's life, personally. You know, I don't know how many actors out there you can talk to and be like, so do you have a representation or do you not? And like all of them that are, you know, that have been getting booked and stuff, they have.
How do you prepare for an audition?
Me. First.
Does nothing.
No, it depends, like, because like I don't have a hard time like learning my lines, so yeah, you know.
Same, bro.
So usually like I just like read it like over and over, and then like I'm trying to see like what the character wants and like what I want, and yeah, my goals and everything, and I'm trying to focus on it. And when I go like in the room, usually I'm not stressed. I mean, I'm more stressed about like my accent and everything because I know like it's gonna be harder for me, but like it's just this. Otherwise, like I'm not stressed because they are just people just like me. So you know.
Yeah, and honestly, like I remember whenever we were at school, they're always telling us, they're like, yo, I'm starting to sound like Justin Trudeau out here saying, yeah. So what I was gonna say is, when you're going to audition, if you don't get the role, most of the time, especially if you did a good job, especially if you went into the room and you like worked yourself off and you did your thing, right? At the end of the day, it's just there's just something that they saw that, you know, just didn't fit. You know, like it's not your problem. It's just you just didn't correlate with their vision, I guess, right? Like even though you did a great, amazing performance and you know you worked your ass off, you prepared yourself, you spent hours looking over the script, doing your research, finding things about your character, you know, going over and over, like building like a backstory even, and like just trying to figure out like the ins and the outs of the role, you know, and like you even how sometimes you even go and get a acting coach and spend like money to work on that on one audition, like you can ultimately not get it even though you've done the job. And so like I personally think when you have gone through the room or you've gone through the audition in the room and you just didn't get the roles, it's honestly just not your fault. So as long as you've put in the work necessary to get that.
But sometimes you fucked up though.
You what?
Sometimes you fucked up though.
Yeah, there's times where it's if you didn't put in that, because I've experienced that. I've messed up. I feel like almost every like actor who started has messed up at least a few times. You know, they've made
my first audition. Like I wasn't ready at all. Like I haven't acted for like 3 months or something, and I just went in. I was like, fuck it, dude. Like I'm just gonna do. Like I didn't bring like my resume. I didn't bring my headshots. I was like,
no.
I'm going to win it.
But that was me. That was me. That I had that one on. Yo, I don't know if did I tell you about that audition that I had over the summer? Like before, like Steve was about to leave.
Briefly, but mention it again. Yeah.
I mean, I can't say specific. I mean, it's technically the show's out, right? Can I?
No, I don't.
I don't know if I could speak on it because like
We'll find out when we get sued.
Who's we?
hey, we in this together. This is 2 Brits and a Steve show. This ain't just the Britons
But
show.
hold on, technically my name ain't even Brit, so it's gonna be you. Steve's getting sued.
You're the only person in this. You're the only one with your full name in it. I got half my name. You don't even got his name in it.
Briton's not even his real name. It's like Mumbulu or something.
Hey, don't be lying to people about my name. Put some respect on my name. but like yeah, that TV series that I auditioned for, like, I moved. I pulled up to the audition. You know, I didn't even memorize all my lines. Okay, I didn't work on it the way I was supposed to, and it was a big audition.
Wait, that was the horror thing?
No, not that one. No, that one like, bro, we spent hours working on that one. The one that Tyree helped me with.
Oh, that wasn't me, so yeah, of course.
So you
No, I'm joking.
Mans ain't even hearing you disrespecting him like that.
Sorry,
But-
if you're watching this, I don't like you. No, I'm joking.
On
He
next
knows.
week's show,
He knows.
Tyrese here will be a guest.
He's gonna fight you. But what I was getting to is that what you call it, like, yeah, I just didn't prepare properly. I didn't.
In what way?
The line. Well, okay. First of all, I guess like there's many ways to get the lines in. You know, like you could sit there and try to memorize the lines, right? Or you can like try to hash out at certain points in the script itself and try to like go through the bumps that you're struggling with, you know, like I remember with the horror one that you helped me with. That's what helped me memorize my lines better, is because we were repeating those things that I was struggling with, right? Like those bumps I was trying to get over, if you recall, like, and like I didn't have to sit at home the rest of the night trying to memorize script, right? I had 2 days to get this stuff done. And same thing for the audition that I had earlier. Same thing. I had 2 days. I didn't work on it the day that I got it, like an idiot. And then the next day, I did. And then it just didn't work out. Ever since then, like, it's been like I've been serious about this. You know, like every audition I get, I sit at home, I get my lines down, I work it through. Cause like that was kind of like my wake up call audition, you could say. That was the one where I was like, why?
Shit's real now.
Yeah, like I was mad at myself, you know. I was like, you know, like my agencies have been putting they're working themselves off, you know, to get me onto these type of auditions, and I'm just gonna sit here and blow it like that, like nah, you know. And I can't give myself excuses. Yeah, like technically that was my first audition in like a few months as well, but still, like I feel like as a professional, you have to, you know, work yourself. Like, you have to work your ass off, no matter, like, throughout all of it, you know?
True.
I actually did an audition over the summer as well.
Oh, yeah, that it was like the what was it, the student project that
Yeah,
you did?
and it's almost as if it was too easy. I got my lines down straight away, found the character, and then that was it. I didn't really put that much work in. I went into the audition with confidence. I wasn't nervous, which you guys know me, I get nervous easily.
But like, was it because it wasn't as big? Like, that wasn't like a movie or like a TV show?
It was a short film. It was he had 4 or 5 lines.
Wait, I think his question was like, what if it was like, let's say, I don't know,
Like something from Netflix.
yeah, like a
right?
Netflix
Yeah,
TV
you know?
series, or like another big like.
No,
Warner
no,
Bros.
it was.
Would you be psyched out about it? Like.
Absolutely, but I think at the end of the day, if you feel the character, you've got the lines down. The rest is just whatever happens in the audition. You know, are you gonna? How can you feel the character? How can you feed off the reader, the overall energy? You know, and I guess.
Oh, the reader doesn't give a fuck. He's just like reading like this. They really don't care.
Yo, I try to disrespect readers, but like, I honestly wish, like, I feel like for auditions, it would help so much if like we got like a little bit more from readers. I personally feel, you know, I'm not saying like it's holding you back from doing your job, because people have been casted that way, right? But I just think like if your reader gave you what you need when you're running a scene with them, like, it could elevate it to like, you know, levels that even you could be surprised from when you're doing the work.
Yeah.
But then, wouldn't anybody get the gig?
No, like I said, there's many
Has to
factors.
separate the good actors from the great.
Actually, at the great reader. Like for the thing that I booked. Like he literally went outside with me, and like for like 10 minutes he was like, okay, let's do this, and he gave me like some advices. I was like, okay. And once I did it like in the room, like they were like, oh, that's really good and everything. But that was him. That was all him. Like,
Yeah, like you know, like we're not saying like every reader is whack. No. It's just like we're just saying when instances like this can happen, you know, where like they can even just be like, yo, do this and do that, right? Like you can just be there like and be like, damn, okay, and then you take it and you know, man's got casted in something, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, just getting back to it, I thought I did a good job. I was confident. There was no nerves. They made me do it again 2 more times, differently. So I went in serious. I think it was the guy who had his heart broken. So went in, you know, emotionally distraught. And then they told me, okay, now turn it into a comedy. So I guess you could say I wasn't prepared for that. I hadn't done it in different types, different genres, I guess. In the prep, I just stuck to one way. I didn't get the part, but at the same time, I don't know if I did well or not. That's the thing. They told me, fantastic job, we loved it, but I didn't get the gig. So it would be nice to have feedback.
I mean, I feel like in this case, you're the one who should give yourself feedbacks, you know, because like now you know that next time you're gonna have an audition, you're gonna like prepare it and like do different types of like, you know.
Yeah, it's just about being aware of where you felt that it didn't work. Of course, I get what you mean, because there's times where, from your perspective, you felt like it didn't work out for you in like that field. But then somebody can be like, I like that, and then you try to change it, and then they're like, well, you're missing what you had last time, and it was this thing that you felt bad about. That in reality is what you did good. But with that, yes, I remember like. You left after we technically got our acting training. You know, like we technically had one more major acting training thing to do, because like the first 4 terms, so the basically was like the first 8 months of the program, it was when you were working a lot on your craft. The last 4 is where I'd say you were working more on like how to like market yourself, like the business aspect of your career. That's kind of like what you missed. But like I remember a lot of things that like we were even being told during those first 4 terms was that you got to work on like, you know, sometimes whenever you're doing a script, like you may feel like you're only doing it one dimensionally, and somebody might just be like, yeah, it's becoming very like dead, very very like stagnant, right? And that's why they'd be like, you know, try this time, try it angry, you know, or this time, and that may not even be like what the scene's asking for, but just try it angry, you know, and another time, okay, try it sad, you know, and this time try it heartbroken, try it and like excited, try it happy.
I feel like when you're not ready for it, that's the worst thing, though.
Yeah, but I feel like when you do that, when you're preparing yourself for like an audition or whenever you're just working on the scene, right, you won't be shocked, and also putting that into your body, you can also see it into the work sometimes.
Yeah,
you can just randomly come out, you know. Like right now, I'm in a monologue class, and like they really love those what I presented, right? But then the feedback were telling me, they were like, yeah, there was just certain parts that like I felt like it was the same. It was nothing different, you know. And they were like, whenever you go home and work on this monologue, like, you know, try something else with it. And in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this monologue in different moods, and then, you know, we'll see how it happens whenever I go and actually do it the way I'm, you know, like actually presenting it again. Those different moods that I've brought into this monologue can just randomly come up, and then you're like, damn, you know, like essentially acting is just being human, you know, you're just being human, being in a scenario. Of course, there's different like characterization and all of that, but that's ultimately what acting is.